I'm glad everybody is healthy and safe. I'm delighted to see you all. It couldn't be more happy moment, better happy moment than this. And I appreciate you taking time off from your leisure hour to come for a purpose to help students. And this is awesome dedication. Uh, Now let me just go with the presentation of the work that we have been doing. Okay, this is the Awareness USA, is the nonprofit trust in the United States. I'll come to that later. And then the other one is Chaitanya Saradhi, is again nonprofit trust. Actually, the work has become so much in both areas. We're trying to divest it in some ways to make it into two branches. They will have their own websites, and that's the plan for it. Okay. This is a typical classroom. I'm using a little unusual, unconventional presentation because I want more from you than me. Therefore, I'll be just going through important points, not necessarily all the details. So this is a typical classroom. Sometimes we actually load 2 or 3 students on each class, and it works very well. Peer-to-peer learning is one of the biggest principles that we use in teaching computers. And this is a teacher who is going to speak about the school, and she speaks a little. Next 3 speakers are going to speak faster. Please just be tuned in.
Good morning, sir. Chaitanya Saradhi Trust founder Dr. Punachandra Gariki, Venkataraw Gariki, Jyoti Gariki, Trust founders అందరికి అండ్ మా వెన్నెంట ఉండి సాయం చేస్తున్న నాగరాజ్ సార్కి ప్రత్యేక ధన్యవాదాలు. నా పేరు పద్మలత. నేను జీజీఎస్ రాజనగర్ ఖమ్మం పాఠశాలలో ఈ చైతన్య సారథి ట్రస్ట్ ద్వారా 5 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి పాఠశాలలో కంప్యూటర్ టీచర్ గా పనిచేస్తున్నాను. నాకు ఈ సంస్థలో పనిచేయడం చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది. నేను పిల్లలకి ఈ కంప్యూటర్ విద్యని ఎంఎస్ పెయింట్, ఎంఎస్ వర్డ్, ఎంఎస్ ఎక్సెల్, ఎంఎస్ పవర్ పాయింట్, ఇంటర్నెట్ అండ్ అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కూడా వీడియోస్ కూడా చూపిస్తున్నాను. పిల్లల అవేర్నెస్ వీడియోస్ అంటే చాలా ఆసక్తికరంగా వింటారు, చాలా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ గా ఉన్నారు పిల్లలు నా వీడియోస్ చూసి కూడా. నేను ఇంకా టైపింగ్ గూగుల్ సర్చింగ్ కూడా చేస్తున్నారు. గూగుల్లో వాళ్ళకి ప్రాజెక్టులకు సంబంధించిన, వాళ్ళ సబ్జెక్ట్ సంబంధించిన, వాళ్ళకి ఏవి సంబంధించిన యూట్యూబ్ కానీ గూగుల్ సర్చ్ కానీ చేసుకొని వాళ్ళు కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయగలుగుతున్నారు. నేను ఇంకొకటి పిల్లలకి నేర్పించేది ఏంటంటే టైపింగ్ మాస్టర్. దాని ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే టైపింగ్ మాస్టర్ వల్ల పిల్లలకి టైపింగ్ అనేది వస్తేనే వాళ్ళ సిస్టమ్ దగ్గర వర్క్ మాస్టర్ గా చేయగలుగుతారు. అందుకనే టైపింగ్ మాస్టర్ నేను ఎక్కువగా వాళ్ళకి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయించగలుగుతున్నాను. నేను ఈ సంస్థ ద్వారా పిల్లలకి విద్యను ఇంకా అందించాలనుకుంటున్నాను. నా వంతు నేను కృషి చేస్తాను. ఈ చిన్న అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన ఈ ట్రస్ట్ మెంబర్స్ అందరికీ ప్రత్యేక ధన్యవాదాలు.
This is a student speaking now.
Namaste sir, my name is Elvit Kaul. I am studying 10th class English medium from ZPHS Kautram, Krishna district AP. I want to say about something our trust Chaitanya Saradhi. I really thanks to Chaitanya Saradhi Trust and the founder, our founder Sir Sri Purna Nikasani garu. Sir, you are really great, sir. Because of your one idea, it is full of great future to so many students, sir. From your motivation, I learned about so much about the computer, sir. I know about computer very well, which is equal to a private school student, sir. Our CEO Venkataraw sir and coordinator Nagaraj sir, and so many doing a lot of work of your one help, sir, and one idea, sir. The faculty Bhagiraj sir teach us very well about the computer, sir. I learned how to type and basics, internet, MS Office, shortcut keys, etc. Sir. I learned these all only at school, sir. But any coaching centers, they take a lot of money. By your help, we getting these all free, sir. Thanks for your great help, sir. By the inspiration of your motivation, we may help to put people in our future like you, sir. We want more motivation and support from you, sir. Thanks for your Chaitanya Saradhi Trust.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. నా పేరు జీవీఎస్ఎన్ వర్మ. నేను తణుకు బాయ్స్ హై స్కూల్లో కంప్యూటర్ ఎడ్యుకేటర్గా గత సంవత్సరం నుంచి పనిచేస్తున్నాను. నాకు ఈ సదవకాశాన్ని ఇచ్చినటువంటి శ్రీ బిగ్గసాని పూర్ణచంద్రరావు గారికి హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలండి. అలాగే మా స్కూల్కి స్పాన్సర్ చేసినటువంటి శ్రీ అజ్రఫ్ సురేన్ గారికి మరియు శ్రీమతి సంజయ్ మేడం గారికి కూడా హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. మాకు టెక్నికల్గా సపోర్ట్గా ఉంటూ ప్రతి నెల మా స్కూల్కి విజిట్ చేసి మాకు టీచింగ్ స్కిల్స్ ఇంప్రూవ్ అవ్వడానికి కారణమైనటువంటి శ్రీ నాగరాజ సార్ గారికి కూడా నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నానండి. మేము ఈ జాబ్ చేయటంతో చాలా సంతోషిస్తున్నాం.
చైతన్య సారథిలో భాగమైనటువంటి ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కిషోర్. నేను తణుకు బాయ్స్ హై స్కూల్లో గత సంవత్సరం నుంచి పనిచేస్తున్నాను. మేము స్కూల్లో విద్యార్థులకు ఎంఎస్ పెయింట్, వర్డ్, ఎక్సెల్, పవర్ పాయింట్, అదేవిధంగా ఇంటర్నెట్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అనేవి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. అంతేకాకుండా కంప్యూటర్ విద్యలో వెనుకబడిన విద్యార్థులకు సెలవు దినంలో ప్రత్యేకమైన క్లాస్ నిర్వహించడం జరుగుతుంది. దీని ద్వారా పిల్లలు ఎంతో ఆసక్తికరంగా నేర్చుకున్నారని తెలియజేయడానికి సంతోషిస్తున్నాను. ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినటువంటి చైతన్య సారథి ఫౌండర్ అయిన పూర్ణచంద్రరావు బిక్కసాని గారికి, టెక్నికల్ కోఆర్డినేటర్ అయిన నాగరాజ్ సార్కి, అదేవిధంగా మమ్మల్ని స్పాన్సర్ చేసినటువంటి అజ్రఫ్ సురేన్ మరియు శ్రీమతి సంజయ్ గారికి నా హృదయపూర్వకమైన నమస్కారాలు.
Just a couple of things about that. That's a big school. There are about 1,500 students. Therefore, we hired, we have approved 2 teachers. Normally, we don't, but it's a very good school. The truck you saw, they were sitting was donated by HP company, but it was empty, doing nothing. Only once we hired the teachers, they were able to put that to use. And this is Nagaraj Kumar Gadam. He's the backbone for our entire program, and he has the diploma in advanced multimedia. He's very experienced teacher in software, hardware. He's also has gotten degree in multimedia, and I can't tell you enough. I think it's it's extremely helpful person. He goes to the school and he can fix a computer, repair it right away, check on the students, check on the teachers, evaluate them, and so many things he can do on the spot. And we're blessed to have him. We'll come back to, this is Vasireddy Venkatrao Garu. He's 80 plus, but he's like an 18-year-old, extremely active. He uses his computer, emails, etc., everything. And he will go to Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, he goes anywhere just by bus or train, whatever. He spends his own money. He doesn't take any salary, and he has experience and kind of vast connections because he was a teacher's leader, as well as he worked in non-profit organizations of all kinds, like iBank, Lions Club, etc. And this is Jyoti Parupalli. She's actually, they live in Illinois, Springfield, with her husband Prasad. They both work in Caterpillar company, and she's the IT engagement manager. Her contribution to this work is she's a trustee member on the Chaitanya Saradhi. Plus, she's an instructor on Skype lessons every month. And she conducts examinations, competitions, and we also give awards following that one. Chaitanya Saradhi program as such, now what you heard, what you saw is probably just about enough. So therefore, next few slides I'll be running through faster, because that way I'll make more time for you all to comment and ask more questions. Basically, Chaitanya Saradhi program is a computer literacy program. We also do digital education because there are digital facilities in some schools. They were not used. We use them. Because of our presence there, we're able to put them to use because those are donations come from government, etc., or in private agencies. We also give motivational talks, and I personally enjoy. That's the best of the best work that I ever enjoy in my life. And plus I produce some videos and also produce some pamphlets, and also we are giving enough of that material to the teachers to do the same thing on a continual basis. We teach students things like social responsibility, what's the moral values, why respect, why treat others, why help others, etc. like. And also, as I said, we have a partnership with the Continental Coffee Company with 8 schools they are helping. And everything is, we're also developing, uh, connecting other schools in different areas. Now, now, I'll just enumerate what work has been done last year. It's about 18 schools, new schools we started. This is a massive work. I can't start this explaining the details. It is at this time, but it is indeed a massive massive work. 180 computers and the Wi-Fi connections, hiring and training teachers. I mean, it's just incredibly great work, but that's all in detail. So we will move on with the things. It's all orchestrated by our Director of Operations, Nagaraj. And they also director as well as CEO. The CEO was the Mr. Venkatrao Garu. They both supervise, evaluate students, they visit schools. I mean, incredible work. And likewise, they're also developing a website independent of what we have here. And this is another thing that I just want to tell you, the fact that how much we value the training and the quality of training. You can see here, we are running classes even in holidays with all the teachers, which is about 39 of them, 38 or 39, and regularly every hour, once an hour every day, working days, including Saturday. And it is about peer education, that learning from one to the other, as well as the learning from the director. And also I participate some. Most importantly, we are beefing up a lot of actual program activities, not the computer. We have, we will say we optimize the computer activity. We're still improving it. But most importantly, now we are bringing all the teachers to be in stream with the entire program about nutrition, environment, what little things they can do in the class. It may be just put a garbage can in the corner, perhaps make the students get into the habit of using that, and once a week go clean the college, school grounds, things like that. We want to induce some sort of motivation going forward. And this is, I just want to read some schools in both districts. So this is, it feels good for those who come from those villages. In Khammam, we have a girls' school, Mominan, Rajendra Nagar, Nadigudem, Tungaturti, Chandupatla, Penchkaldinna, Poduturu, Siripuram, Gannervaram, Kodar, Birkur, Sirsilla, Kundaram. These are all the schools in Telangana area. Coming to Andhra area, you can see there's a bit more of the schools, and we're lucky that we had a lot of them come last year. And let's start with Tanuku, Veeravalli, Revendrapadu, Dugirala, boys and girls separate classrooms, Vanapamla, Nutaki, Amani, Kolkaluru, Padamata girls, Padamata Lanka as well. I hope that the sponsor is here, Narra Babuji Garu. Satchavolu, Pedakonduru, Konduru, Devajigudam, that's near Gannavaram, Angalakuduru near Tenali, Ventrapragada, Krishna district, Kolipara, Vedurupaka, West Godavari, also here sponsors are in the group, Kautaram, Mutluru, and Vempad. This is just a picture to give you an idea. Most Telangana schools are spread out, as you can see, but most Andhra schools are in coastal areas. Our commitment is to go anywhere. I'm encouraging, including Srikakulam, anywhere anybody wants to sponsor, we'll be happy to go. And this is tough for you to read. I gave it to Dr. Ramki. Basically what happened, I started this account in Chaitanya Saradhi with about 5 lakhs first year. Which is about 2015. Gradually, next year, 10 lakhs, 30 or 30, 40, 50 lakhs. Right now, our budget is running between 50 to 60 lakhs. And so that's about what's going on now. Now, the money issue. I want you all help us and spread the word. I want any one of you, or some of you are already, of course, angel donors. I really thankful from the bottom of my heart. Without your work, without your money, we would never be able to do it. So please encourage or motivate more donors, angel donors. Angel donors are very important because they give 10,000 every year for 5 years, but they're supporting the pool of 1/3 of the schools are not sponsored by anybody. Only Chaitanya Saradhi is sponsoring under their own name. Therefore, it happens that all these schools need to be run for 5 years and also next another 5 years. Meanwhile, we are looking for contingency plans, what to do, how to do it. So the other thing, one can become a sponsor where you can pick up your own native school, in a native village, and you give us donate about 4,000 first year. That will start off computers as well as teacher, and from subsequent year, every year, it will be $2,500. But that will be continually given. The schools will run as long as they donate the money. So that's a great service. Those who sponsor, they go to the village. We get them to name the classrooms on their beloved ones' names, as well as inaugurate the classroom, meet people they know, and interact. There's some advantages in that nativity, feeling of nativity is there. And if you donate $4, it pays for 1 year for one student. If you donate $200, it pays for a teacher for a month. I want to let you know I'm very frugal. We don't waste a penny. I don't spend any penny. From here, everything I spend, I spend myself, including within the travel in India. And likewise, 99% of every money paid directly goes to the teachers and equipment. And the only employee we have is the director of operations, and he deserves a lot more than what he's taking. But he is doing out of dedication more than just a salary, because his young family, he needs support. In this category, I'd like to say that word of mouth has helped immensely last year. We were able to get more sponsors by word of mouth than any other way. Please keep spreading that word of mouth with the different people. Now we'll move on to the gear to Awareness USA. This is, as you can see, the emblem is already, logo is changed a little bit. We are more westernized. We're branching off Awareness USA from Chaitanya Saradhi on its own with a different website we are creating as well. Let me just give you some ideas about what we're doing here. Now, I want to introduce Erika Grealish, and she is an awesome teacher. She has 20 years of experience in public schools, private schools, as well as homeschooling. Not only she's experienced a teacher, she knows how to design school system and implement the curriculum. She has been a director of the Child and Family Center for over 15 years, organizations for 15 years. She's also a grant writer. You will get to hear her in a couple of minutes as soon as I finish this presentation. And most importantly, again, we are blessed to have such a people who are really interested and passionate about what we do. They are not doing for money, they're doing for service. And that's, I feel so immensely happy about the people we have. And they are there everywhere. We have to find them. I'm lucky enough to find them. Now, regarding the Awareness USA philosophy is the same. We value teachers, students, which are undervalued, underprivileged students is the one that we want to help. Of course, we all know in the United States situation is different. We need to pick up these students who are lost in economically behind, as well as academically behind, socially behind, for inner cities, poor neighborhoods. Pick them up, and until you can support some form or other, until they go to the college, they're not going to get out of the cycle of poverty. Generational poverty is continuing, and we would like to take that as a challenge and do our work best. And also we use motivational talks to them as well, and we want them to realize the American dream that we all realized. And we have other issues like obesity, against obesity, perils, we educate them, as well as social responsibility, how they can be responsible to not to be dragged into violence, drugs, or alcohol. So that type of thing. And uh, next one. Okay, this is a typical classroom. And this is the budget that I'd just like to mention it to you. Year to year, it may be tough for you to see. Year 15, we had about, it started with $25,000. So I put that first time. Then the end of the year, it was 19,000. So we were not spending too much yet here because, I mean, let me tell you the truth. It is the most important challenging type of work here because I need to find a system that works and worth spending money. I don't want to just waste our money in any farm. I mean, basically my approach to this whole project, whether in India here, is social entrepreneurship. We are here to discover new ways and methods of serving the most needful services. That's most important. I'm not like anybody else, just do somebody else, get a name or get out. That's not our goal. We want to discover new ways and methods of how we can serve, how we can invest our money with the maximum leverage. That's the reason we went to education, we went to students, we were going, even in that, we're not so traditional. We are looking for newer ways of doing the business. But anyway, point is that comes to 17, we had about 58,000. 1918 is we spent a little bit more. We had about 4,000. But last year, you all know that we had a good collection. We had collected up approximately 200,000. A couple of big donors, my close friends, also have come and chipped in. So it worked very well. We are doing reasonably well locally, but we have not spent so much money. We are coming with that plan. So now I'm introducing one more program. That's the final program for the Awareness USA. It's called Joy of Life. It's a public program. Besides the teaching to the students, we'll be introducing a Joy of Life to the public program. In this, the basis of this whole Joy of Life program is my book and my life. And I'm already started giving speaking engagements, stress reduction seminars, personal counseling services. And also we want to, any donations that come for these programs that I give, and also sales of the book, proceeds of the book sales, everything will go, every penny will go to the Awareness USA. So what you all can do is that I've just started giving some seminars, workshop style, to one of the healthcare agencies. They have about 50 of them. I'm giving about 6-hour classes. And I have asked them to donate what they want to. Right now, I'm just asking donations. I'm not fixing any fee for my services. So they are willing to donate some money at the end of it. Basically, for next 6 months or so, if you find any business, any community who wants me to give some motivational speeches or stress reduction seminars, particular thing that I find I would be most useful if you have a business and employees, I can almost certain I can make them more happier, more productive, they put out more work. That's the area that I can be, and that's what I'm working right now with one company. And I hope to get more offers or spread of word. Every penny that I make here in this program goes to our Awareness USA. And now I think slides are over. I'd like now first. Let us see. Erica, are you there? How do we catch it? Erica can speak now. If unmute, right? Unmute her. That yeah. Yeah. You still unmute.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hi, my name is Erica Grealish. I'm so pleased to be joining Awareness USA. I've only been on board for about a week now, so I'm just in the process of learning everything that you all have been doing for the past few years, about the wonderful work. My whole life I have spent in the education of children in various settings, and I'm really excited to be able to help coordinate bringing more services to kids who need it the most. The program that we're going to be bringing to the schools in the Tampa Bay area will be built on connecting high achieving high school students with younger students who need it, and then providing professional services to the high school students who need assistance to get to college, whether that's helping them study for the ACT and the SAT, or helping them with the more difficult aspects of their high school classes. We'll look and see what it is that they need and attempt to provide it. You think that about covers everything for right now, Dr. Bikasani?
Yeah, good. So thank you. Just I wanted you to say, I'm excited about you coming on board. I mean, really, because you're the brain behind this tutorship program. And I'm very optimistic, and we'll be able to do this. This is another good idea, because nowadays, because of this COVID situation, whatever is happening, we are in I have a clear concept that we are in a third socio-economic era. I wrote an article about it. And in this era, the online is the way to go. And we are going to administer this massive program. As it grows, we would like to take a lot of many students who deserve this service to grow it very big online. That's our plan. Not any more classrooms, not possible, because again, leverage, how much money you spend, what benefits you get is highest with online than any other way to do it. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Dr. Ramki wanted to say a few words. Where is why can't we unmute him?
We did. Everybody's unmuted.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
But it says.
I know. He has to unmute himself.
Thank you. Ramki, you are open.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good.
Just a quick question. While this COVID was going on in India, what did Chaitanya Saradhi do last 2-3 months?
Okay. Well, a COVID restriction came just about schools were closing. Venkatrao Garu is here, and also Nagara is here. They can tell you. We didn't lose too much schooling last academic year, but now it is COVID is there. But we are having the classes for all the teachers. We are beefing up teachers' commitment, dedication, knowledge, and their understanding of our program about motivation and implementing the program in their schools. So actually classes are going on ongoing basis right now. And that's all we can do. We can prepare our team better. I see with these 38 students, it's a big lever. We are controlling 20,000 students once the classrooms are open. That's how much leverage we have based on this 32. So everything we can load up on these teachers is going to be effective, hopefully, on the students. So that's what we are trying to do. But please give us advice if you have something in your mind. I would love to hear everything. Any advice?
No, given the next semester, I don't know if the students will come back to the classes. Just like we're doing the Zoom call, I guess your technology, I don't know, how do you plan to use your classrooms to educate people at home for the next few months?
Yeah, Ramki, it is very tough in India. You see, the problem is that I thought about it. I'm praying that the classrooms will start, because you see, it's not like here, because students don't have computers at home. You may be able to get some students, but if you gather them, you are risking anyway. We are not following the guidelines. So it is a challenging thing. If they don't go to classrooms, it's very tough for us to administer. We can help some students, but very limited in India. That's where we are now. If you say donors are ready to give good number of tools for them to stay at home and use Zoom, yeah, sure, we can do that. But maybe that's an option we can think about it. If we can provide at least You know, I don't know. That's the logistics. We have to look into that. But in this country, you can do this because most people have some form of, computers or cell phones. Indeed, we have given about 80 students last year who didn't have computers to use for this purpose. So that's where it is.
I think that's something to think about, given that people are getting used to remote learning and that may be here to stay in some shape or form. I'm sure all these kids' parents have cell phones, maybe for an hour or so.
Teachers are ready. We have the manpower. There's no question about it. And they're ready to work. It's just that what we can do, what means we can use, we got to think about it.
The other issue is about, I think the first time I heard Purna actually ask for money. I thought that was my job. So at least I want to reinforce about funding both your activities, Chaitanya Saradhi and Awareness USA. Maybe you can explain how you plan to, moving forward, the funding goes to both of them, or you want to separately fund them. They're in different locations. But the underlying factor is, for those of us who have committed on an annual basis, if you have not already committed this year for the pledge, please do so. I've done it. And maybe actually this year, most charities, it's a challenge in a recession and pandemic time. The needs are more, not less. Most charities tend to actually get frugal because they want to save the corpus fund. But the reality is there are more needs. We need to spend more. On that basis, actually for the first time, Ford Foundation is actually taking a loan, $1 billion loan, which has never happened in any charity so far, because of the needs, what, all the mission in our work they need to do. So likewise, I think it's important for this organization to be well-funded if you want to continue on a long-term basis. So I appeal to all of you who have committed to give your pledges this year, maybe even double it. So at least from my end, I want to double my pledge from last year. If you're well-funded.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also, like I said, maybe you can clarify. My last thing was how you plan to run both the organizations together or separately, separate entities. And how do you want people to pledge to?
Ramki, there will be separate entities. But what happens is that Awareness USA has the leverage or ways of supporting Chaitanya Saradhi also. It can give, provided Chaitanya Saradhi gets a FCRA permission that we are trying. Once we have an FCRA permission to Chaitanya Saradhi, Awareness USA or any foreign fund can go into the Chaitanya Saradhi. So that's one way to do it. Even right now also, we are doing, for example, we are now partnering with Rotary Club of Hyderabad, Deccan. And we are donating about $22,000 from Awareness USA into that to start 11 more schools in Hyderabad in Telangana area. That's the next year project. So some monies are already going as is right now. But we will facilitate that those who pledge the money, which is most of them pledged to Chaitanya Saradhi, those monies will be used for Chaitanya Saradhi in any way. And actually the monies for Awareness USA per se are not that much as it is now. But I am very confident once we start to branch off, we separated now, right now, Awareness USA. And I'm going to go to every door and everywhere. And I'm pretty sure we can raise funds locally for just to support Awareness USA. Otherwise, the funds we so far, most pledges came, will go to Chaitanya Saradhi. But the funds that are whom we're going to raise, and I'm pretty confident we will, because I have a good number of friends, local friends, who are wanting to support any work that we do in here, in Tampa and Pasco counties and all that.
So thanks for the clarification, but looks like your Awareness USA is the poor kid. doesn't have any funds right now.
Right.
And it has a a good mission goal to what you want to do, and I think it's equally important. All of us live here in this country. We all benefit from this country, and it's very important we give back to this community just as much to India, if not more. So on that this thing, I think you need to give us some direction as to how you want to fund Awareness USA and how we can also bring this up. You had very good success with Chaitanya Saradhi, and I think we should do the, make the same effort so your Awareness USA is well funded.
Ramki, just as a comment about Awareness USA is definitely the one. You see, we grew in India faster because of conditions, different situation. Here, Awareness USA is taking a little time, but we are at a breaking point. Believe me, we're going to do a lot more work locally. Actually, last year, if I want to tell you how many efforts I made at different areas, it will take an hour long. But we still made some progress. We had a Saturday school. We picked up some students to send to Gurukulam with Kotas, Shekaram Garu, Madhavi Shekaram. They took some of them. So, I mean, we went to some homes where it's called group homes where they don't have parents and no discipline, only government feeds them, and we wanted to give them mentoring. So there are a lot of opportunities. We're exploring it. And now Erica on my side with this program, I think it's going to be a star program, and I have no doubt that we will be taking a lot of effort locally to raise funds locally for Awareness USA.
Last statement, based on what Erica said, I want to welcome Erica to Awareness USA. There's an organization called Home Society of Florida, and I think their mission is somewhat similar to what you said, which is they work with 18 to 22-year-olds foster kids in placing them with a job or giving them technical help, and so they're productive and not a burden on the society. So they do a very good job. They're well endowed. I think they have something like $80 million in this thing. It may be a good way to collaborate with them in some shape or form. I do know one of the board members. So this is something maybe, I'll follow up and keep you posted.
Thank you, Ram.
I'm done.
Yeah. Well, are you done, Ramki?
Yeah, I'm done.
I see. Thank you very much for coming in and doubling your donation. Even exciting to me. And you see, there are gems around to support this program, no question about it. And now I think I would like to hear from anybody. I think Shekaram Garu, you want to say something? I mean, all of each of you, anybody can say, but I think is Shekaram here? Is he muted or he's not muted, right? Can you see? Yeah.
Shekhar, Madhavi.
Purna?
Yes, Anil.
Yes, Anil.
Yes, go ahead, Anil. Yeah.
I'm on my phone. I had to step away from my laptop. Question, you had also mentioned something about Karnataka.
Oh, yes. I'm glad you raised that. Yeah. I'm just in consultation with what is called Bangalore Lions Club. I mean, not Lions Club, the
Rotary Club?
Club of Bangalore. They have contacted me. What they're offering me to do is to provide the know-how, technique, organization, supervision, and conduct the program. But they're offering the funding locally. So I said, by all means, I'd love to go to Bangalore. That's where my in-laws are. So anyway, so that's why I said, so we're working on with them. Definitely Bangalore is the next target. But you see, at the same time, our program is largely about entrepreneurship and creating a program that others can use it, where we can give them free, like a franchise. So that's our main direction. And anybody wants to use the way we are doing, we're allowed to give it to them. And we will help them, guide them, supervise them, and until they become independent. That's the program. So yes, Bangalore will hit Bangalore soon. Okay. Yeah.
This is Ravinder.
Ravinder, yes.
Ravindra Surakanti from Gandhi Medical College. I've done some work with the Gandhi Global Alliance. My friend, shout out to all my friends here, Madhachari, Lakshman Rao, Vittal Kusuma, and Rajshekhar, everybody. First of all, I want to congratulate Purna for doing an excellent job because I know from first-hand experience, I want to tell you, my village is only about 30 miles out of Hyderabad. It is actually Rangareddy district, Pudutu. So because I knew he started this computer literacy programs all over, and I requested him to also include my school in his program, and he requested me to buy a couple of computers because they have never seen a computer before, my high school students as well as my primary school students. So when he asked for 2, I provided them with 6, and then I also provided primary school with 5. And then we were so happy and thrilled that he could provide the teacher for that program. And the teacher, they were doing excellent work. Actually, the teacher was pretty good, and the students were very happy. But only there were some hurdles because all the headmasters, they did not buy into the program yet. I want their 100% cooperation. We are not there yet. So, here, hello to Mr. Venkatrao. He has done a wonderful job. I know him personally because he is the CEO for Chaitanya Saradhi, and he has been visiting my village. He has seen my village as many times as Purna has seen. And we have been trying our best. It is a start, actually. My school is not where I want it to be. And of course, unfortunately, this COVID came and completely.
Ravi, I can brief them, but basically what happened was that, you see, typically most of the time we get outstanding teachers, but I don't know why. It's my classmate or whatever. We somehow didn't have the best teacher, and we replaced the since, and we've been training and we're working on it. I mean, we take good, bad, worse, anything with it, but that's only exception that. Ravi, you will see major improvement, and it's already started. We have a new teacher.
Yeah. No, what I meant was actually teachers at my school, not your computer literacy program. Yeah. I'm really grateful to him for really. I have to now pick up where I left off before the COVID 3 months holiday, and I haven't really I haven't kept my touch with my school, what's happening, and. I'll let you know, Purna.
Okay, good.
Where we are. I thank him very much. I compliment him, and I think he needs. I would be happy to support whatever logistical support I can give, and we should all encourage such people because there are poor students in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and practically every state in India. Of course, this is a big start. What he's doing, computer literacy is without computer literacy. The students can go nowhere. We all understand that in this day of digital education, distance learning, and all that. So, what really it is a fantastic job, and he has taken couple of trips we made together when we were there, and he visited every school that he sponsored. That was remarkable within a short period of 15 days. And the gentleman who helps him, Venkatrao, is a great guy. So anyway, I don't want to take everybody's time. Thank you I'm very glad to meet all of you, especially Miss Erika also. And really, there are so many great people here who have all the interest, I think interest in the right place and heart in the right place. I would encourage everybody who can afford to do some charity work, please join in.
As usual, you gave a presidential speech. Thank you very much. Okay, he was a president of the school one time. Madhavi Shekaram or Shekarangar, we want to say a couple of things.
You have been thinking about having a physical location for Awareness USA. Since Dr. Kanuri was asking what are the goals like, maybe that's one of the goals we have, establishing a physical location, a building, so all the activities can be conducted there.
Madhavi, no question about it. You need a building, I'll give it to you. No problem at all. The question is, we need to see that it is well used we have enough mass, we can use them. That's the most important thing. I don't think money will hold us back. I always have a full conviction. Money is not the holding back. As soon as we have something to hang on to do activities, sure, we need it. But we also want to use a lot of time and effort on online as well. So that's why, but definitely physical location is good. I think we should, it's an anchor place, we need it. Like you have Gurukulam school there, we need something, definitely. I agree with you.
And I just want to remind that everyone is Awareness USA is also a tax exempt organization, 501c3.
Yes.
So all the donations are tax exempted. You can use that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for encouraging comments. Definitely, what you said about this anchoring place, I had very much in my mind, and I'm very committed to do it. No question about it. It's just, it's all a matter of timing. When you want to do, where you want to do. These are the two things that we need to do it. This Awareness USA is also my passionate work. I mean, a lot of very highly intellectual and educated, very well-off people. A couple of them bumped into me and said, look, why you want to help these families? They don't, I mean, they're single mothers, so they have different fathers, they don't have a family structure, and all this on and on, as though this is all the reason why you want to do. They asked me. So I listen to them passionately, and I tell them, you're right. You're speaking the facts and you're seeing like everybody does. But the point is, I'm not looking at the mother. I'm looking at the child. The child hasn't had no choice to born into that mother nor into that neighborhood. The child is our DNA. They share our DNA. We share the DNA 99.99%. And not only that, if these kids grow and get supportive to the society, they will also be the supporters to everybody. For all our success that we have, we are very successful people. I mean, each of us are very, very successful. I can assure you, 95% of people here are on the top 1 percentile of the United States wealth and class. Not top 1 percentile, even some of them are even more than 1 percentile. So we have the American dream, we realized. So, I mean, this American dream is not going to the same kids that are born and raised here. So why? So this is my challenge. And we will try to help we can. Nobody can guarantee the results, but I do believe they will, given the opportunity of economic opportunity, training, tuition, and scholarships, they will not be behind. They will compete with any smartest man on earth. That's my belief. Any other comments? Please feel free to say anything you want to say. I'd love to hear. And we are. I think we're hoping that we're using time very well. It's just not even an hour, which is good. Venkatrao garu, you want to say something? Krishna, please go ahead. Krishna Ganti is a ENT surgeon in Pasco County.
Oh.
Can you say it? Yeah, you can talk now. He's not muted, right?
No, it's not.
You hear me now?
Yes. Say it a little louder. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for asking me to participate. You have a wonderful program you're going on. I do have a couple of questions. Or other comments first. The students in India are no less intelligent than anywhere else, provided they have the technology. The best example is all of us. We didn't have this technology when we started there before we came here. We succeeded in whatever we wanted to do. I think the same thing is expected of them also. And given the current trends, current technology availability, especially with all of them using FaceTime, Instagram, and all the smartphones, I think they need very little coaching before they can catch on all these technology devices to where they want to get to. Now, my question is, is the support for this program is all going to be coming from the donations, or is there any future for self-generating aspects of this whole project?
Very good question, Krishna. And I'm actually we are trying to do that somehow, somewhere. We have to find a mechanism where the cell can self-sustain. And we have about commitments that we have made. At least those who are giving 10,000, it will go for 10 years in those schools. And those who are sponsoring, they will sponsor 10 years, hopefully. But what we are trying to look at it, that is a possibility to create some money creating activity by these teachers in the schools, maybe help community people, open computer facilities. We're thinking about it, but there's no concrete plan yet. We need,
Yeah.
but let me tell you, this is a changing world. Every year, tremendous changes are happening. I have absolutely no doubt in 10 years' time, if the states are not, either Andhra, Telangana, or whole India, if they are not putting computer education in the schools, I'll be very astonished. They know that they have to do it. They don't have funds. If not them, there are so many private agencies, Tata, I mean, you name it, so many of them. Everybody's looking. What we should do, what we're trying to do, is to create a good program that could be liked by anybody, and anybody may come and pick it up. We are willing to join any big companies. So I do believe that what you said is a good point. We will definitely explore that. Besides that, we look into all options as well. So Rajeswara Reddy garu, sorry, go ahead and finish, Krishna.
So at this time, you're only providing the technology aspect of it. You're not setting the curriculum or the subject teaching and things like that. Is it?
Krishna, we do. We have syllabus, we have curriculum, and that girl has said this curriculum is tested. Students are evaluated. Actually, we evaluate the teachers by just checking the students. All the teachers know if student doesn't answer properly, we go there into the classroom. And they are given assignments. All the students will do assignments. And from each student, you will be evaluating who is doing what, how are they doing, did they learn, they don't know. Virtually almost all functions of the computer, they will be taught. By the time they finish high school, it may be a good time to tell, we are also instituting certification so that those who are certified in the schools when they're graduating high school, they will be able to find some jobs based on that certification that they're proficient in typing, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint presentation, Excel sheets, and like research, whatever it is, projects. They're all going to be very good computer and digital educated students.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Rajeswara Reddy garu, you want to say something? He's muted anyway.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Bikasani garu. It was a nice program. Actually, let me brief to everybody. This is my second year in my school is happening. Last year, Venkatrao garu came and we did a little bit of publicity program because there's a lot of NRIs in my district. They want to start the programs, but we did a program. But students are really they're learning. They have curriculum. A very important thing is most of the students they're going to 10th class or even intermediate, and they don't have basic computer skills because to get a jobs in anywhere in shops, like right now all the shops they're using the digital, all the computers and all the billing and everything. And most of them, we recommended even they are graduate students. I recommended them. They don't know how to operate the keyboard, how to create the bill. They don't know how to create the Excel after graduation in one of the local colleges. But these kids, those who they're doing is that right after 10th class, they can able to use a basic skills like Excel, Word document, and print out those things. One more thing is, Ravindra Gari said, it's a tough situation in the villages to coordinate with the headmaster and teacher and students. Because I've been last 2 years closely monitoring on my one of my classmates is in a village, and I always call and talk to him, go and see the headmaster, what's going on. I always talk to the teacher, what's going on. Last time I went there, there is a handicapped person. She gave a demo. The Venkatrao garu saw that the person, she can't even she come on the and she was doing, and she can able to create a PowerPoint presentation. She did excellent presentation she did, and now in my village, a lot of the village students, they're not going to our village school. They're going to private school, but they don't have facility. They're asking me to facilitate, do this program in Saturday and Sunday. But I'm trying to work out with them. Even though they have a state-owned, what do you call it? They call Gurukum school, something like that. They don't have facilities. The facilities we have right now, Chaitanya Saradhi is providing even infrastructure and all. Really, we appreciate Dr. Punagaru, and I'm trying to. One more, my suggestion is, Punagaru, I know you're bringing new stuff. I'll discuss it later and personally. Yes, there is a charitable activities, because I do a lot in Nata and all. If you open up that, a lot of people, they'll come back, they'll say that, okay, I want to sponsor one kid for a year. So that is also easy, and there is matching grants if you use that one. Each of employee, they say, okay, I'll put $200 for my pocket, and then you $500, $600 that come to your account. You set up that one, that will be a good thing. Not like, there is a $10,000 donor there, but if you have like a $200, $300, $500 people, a lot of people come forward that will support the system. And one more question somebody asked, from now onwards, total education system will be changed. Is going to changing because of the COVID and infrastructure also. Infrastructure is right now in my village. We have digital setup is there. If we have if we set up one digital classes from somewhere in Hyderabad or anywhere, and if you communicate with the classes, and that also reduces, and that is the next thing you should focus, Punagaru. That is my suggestions. And thank you. You're doing an excellent job. Really, we all appreciate it.
Thank you very much for the suggestions. I definitely think so. We haven't been focusing on raising funds diligently, as you mentioned. That's a good idea. I'll take up that suggestion. Thank you, sir. Anybody else want to say? Is Srinivas Guttikonda here, or probably not?
Maybe Venkatrao
garu, can you say a couple of words?
Sir, okay, especially nothing to say. We are very happy with the support of all of you. We are able to run the program in India, in most in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Now, because of COVID, those schools are not there. We are conducting classes to teachers every day at 4 p.m. to 4:40 p.m. and we are taking training. We are giving training to teachers how to teach the next academic year. Most probably the schools are going to be started in August, and from there onwards our teachers will work, and we will take this program to highlights in the next coming years. Thank you all.
Anybody else?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Punagaru.
Yes. Srinivas.
Yeah.
Chappan.
Hi and good evening, everyone. I thank all of you who directly and indirectly helping and promoting Chaitanya Saradhi and Awareness USA. And it's a very good program and helping the students in rural areas, especially in the government schools. And special thanks to Purna Bekstani Garu, and it's very helpful, and a very special thanks to the Purna Garu, and all the best for your future expansions and future proposals. So thank you very much, Purna Garu, once again.
Thank you, Srinivas. Srinivas Gutikonda is pretty active, so member in the community. He's president of the temple this year, and he's everywhere. So I'm glad that you came on to make comments. Thank you, Srinivas.
Thank you.
Any other, what do you want to say? Madhacharya, you want to say something? Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm very happy that we didn't take more than an hour, about hour 5-6 minutes. And let's see if you want me to talk about branding. Yeah, sure. Please, Jeff, are you there? I didn't know that. Please, Jeff, talk. Jeff is my coach right now in building this website, and he's guiding. And I have no doubt that with Erica and Jeff behind me, will be big time going in the local community and raising funds for Awareness USA. We have no doubt about it. Jeff, just go ahead, say a few words.
Well, thank you, Doc. I appreciate the opportunity to work with yourself and Erica on building this great organization and bringing it stateside and helping you to tell the story of Awareness USA and its history that you've built with all these great people who are helping to contribute. Look forward to, most importantly, helping educate children and bringing together some great programs for children and adults, and letting your vision affect people and help them live better, more joyous lives. So thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much. Jeff is working very closely with me in taking this program Awareness USA into big, widespread local areas. Thank you, Jeff.
Yep.
Good. I appreciate. If anybody wants to say anything, please feel free. But I'm very, very happy to see you all. It's just a great pleasure and happiness. And the last word is that just to let you know that Awareness USA is introducing that joy of life as well. So if anybody wants any type of coaching, mentoring, or class workshops, something like that, or employees, unions, wherever, I'll be happy to slowly spread and work with them, and just to let you know that all the money goes to Awareness USA. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending. Unless if somebody wants to say, someone wants to say something. Nagara?
Vittal was raising an hand. Vittal was Kusuma.
Vittal, where are you? Yeah. Where is Vittal? You want to say something? Vittal Kusuma. Are you? Can you unmute yourself? Unmute. Huh? Where is he? Oh yeah, here he is. Yeah, just unmute him.
He can talk.
You want to talk? Go ahead. You can talk now.
His microphone isn't working.
You don't?
His microphone's not working.
Your microphone is not working. Unfortunately, your microphone is not working. Huh? Okay. So I mean, all right, fair enough. It tries to talk, but hello. Yeah. All right. If this, go ahead.
Ramki here.
Ramki, go ahead.
Just a couple of suggestions on your website.
Yeah.
You have a good website. It's kind of basic, has some videos and stuff like that. Maybe you want to look into expanding the website, make it more interactive, give your monthly, quarterly updates to the website. And also maybe you have like 34 people on the call today. I think it's a good time to recruit volunteers for your activities. You can't do everything by yourself. I think it's important to, finance is one thing, like you said, they said that's not a problem. So I think you need some foot soldiers to do the work both here and in India, but at least the ones that are here in the Tampa Bay, maybe you want to start recruiting, who are in this area to, go out and, do some of the Awareness USA work.
Ramki, you're absolutely right. And that's our goal. We're, I think Jeff is working on the website. The new website you haven't seen, it looks awesome. It's very good. We'll be done in about 2 weeks, something like that. And definitely it will be active. And Erica is involved in operating the website, and she is a good writer. Fortunately, we have her. And you will see what you were hoping to suggest, what you're suggesting. You will see those improvements come soon, Ramki. Thank you very much. Yes, we have some volunteers. We had to activate them, take him there. That's also part of the program. No question about it. We need to kind of, as I said, the program Chaitanya Saradhi is left the station. We got everything. Its wheels are correct, greased, good driver, good everything. This Awareness USA is having some starting trouble, but it started, but it is still need to nuts and bolts and fix and take forward. And that's our goal. And your suggestions are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I think if there's nothing else to say.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who is that?
Vittal.
Yes, Vittal, go ahead, talk.
Well, finally, my microphone is working. I'm learning how to use the Zoom, Purna.
Yeah, good.
Thank you, everybody. And by the way, I want to say, I did meet Venkatrao sir when I was in Sirsilla. He came all the way to Sirsilla, Purna.
Yeah.
And I sponsored a couple of schools in my area.
Yeah.
And I will support wholeheartedly, Purna, whatever we can. I'm glad we are doing that. One suggestion I have, whatever you are doing in this country, especially what is going on, if you can concentrate on the African American community, locally, we don't do much to the local community. But if you can concentrate a little bit more on the African American community in this country, I think, that will be just a suggestion in my opinion.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Vittal. You have been supporting. He sponsored Sirsilla in, I guess, Karimnagar district. It's going well. Thank you very much, Vittal. He volunteered to do it. And Dr. Vittal Kusuma is a gastroenterologist, just a little senior to me, but well known in the area in Albany. What you said about this, what was that, local, African-American family, this is how interesting you said this. Most of the students that we are trying to help in Tampa area is African-American in the inner cities and neighborhoods. But you go across into another county, like a Pasco County, interestingly, those students in the homes are mostly Caucasians. You will be surprised. So poverty bites everybody. So our goal is to go to the inner cities where they need us most, but actually even some Caucasian, decent number of proportion of Caucasian families, believe me, they're in the same flight. There's not much difference. Same, plight, I mean. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
You should, I think you should support both the communities because, like you said, poverty bites everybody.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. And it did me. I was poor. I actually, all this inspiration is because I suffered immense poverty. I mean, I couldn't tell. I come from a little bit of a elevated class type person, so I couldn't tell anybody. I can't ask anybody because they presume I have money. I look good and I don't have money. So that's why the poverty bites everybody. We should help anybody who is poor. African-American happen to be the biggest class, no question about it. But there are Mexicans, there are Caucasians, and we have no bar. I mean, color is something that we no matter. It doesn't matter to us. Yes, sir. All right. Well, I mean, it seems to me I'm very excited to conclude the meeting as well as I excited as to start the meeting because it went very well. Thank you all very much, and we'll be in touch. Whatever you have anything to say, please email me. I would appreciate that. I truly appreciate any suggestion. We are not, we like any criticism better as a suggestion, not as a criticism. Please, because this is our total project. Nagaraj, you want to, did you say anything, Nagaraj? Nagaraj, this is Nagaraj. This is, did you guys see? Okay, just say hi.
Hi to all.
Okay, that's fine.
Purna, just one question.
Yeah.
I want to know how Nagaraj is monitoring the teachers. I did talk to him on the phone. Can Nagaraj say something for a couple of minutes? How he is monitoring and
Nagaraj,
training the teachers?
Nagaraj, tell how you control supervise teachers.
Yes, sir. I'm Nagaraju, Director of Chaitanya Saradhi. Yes, sir. I'm controlling the teachers by doing a phone call every day, and every teacher who are poor in teaching or who are not taking classes properly, I will go to and supervise them directly. And also, due to COVID-19, we have no schools actually. For the support of teachers, we are conducting Zoom classes every day, and we are taking subjects also. We are taking some questions.
Actually, in the Zoom classes,
new lessons also.
Go ahead. Very good, very good. In the Zoom classes, I'm training my trade, how to speak well, how to stand well, how to shake hand well, how to train the two students, and also how to communicate successfully. So everything we're also supplementing this. So everything we're also supplementing. Yeah. Okay. You want?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
There's no question that we have a very close observation, supervision of all the teachers, and which conducts the tests among themselves. I want you to know we are assessing them even when they speak, how much they know, how much they don't know. And if those who are behind, we're giving a special classes, special training. So we are peer-to-peer education. I mean, those are important things. Without that, all this effort is no use unless you have excellent teachers, the dedication and service, because that's the whole purpose. Otherwise, if you business as usual is not what they're doing. We're pretty conscious about that and work on it all the time, continually. Thank you.
Okay, Purna.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience. Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Well done.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Purna.
Thank you. Pleasure.